Good afternoon, guys. So this is gonna be the Sunday ponder that I mentioned in my community, in my YouTube community page, about doing one video per week where I just sit down and just without editing, without much flash, I just talk real stuff to you guys, and perhaps we can kind of solve each other's problems. For example, if you leave a comment on this video, if you have a question, or you just have a question that may not necessarily be a problem but is something you've been thinking about and you want to have more insight on it, I'll be definitely open to kind of discuss it with you. And so I thought about this is going to be like Sunday ponder or whatever I'm going to call it, but pretty much I'm going to try to do this every Sunday where I just sit down with the camera and just talk. As you can see, I'm here in nature near a beautiful river and just taking in the beauty. It's winter, well, not winter yet, but it's still winter themed because the first snow fell, so it's really nice. I really like this kind of weather. And today I wanted to kind of talk about the suffering in life. You know, I've read Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, which I'm definitely going to do a review of that book in the future. But for now, I kind of want to discuss a little bit about the topic of suffering, because that book is pretty much about that, about finding meaning in suffering. And the first step, I believe, in kind of becoming conscious of life and kind of elevating your consciousness is by understanding that life is pretty much suffering. Now, when people hear this like life is suffering term, they instantly think about, you know, the suffering word itself, like how rough it seems. But in reality, life is suffering is more about understanding that no matter what you do, first of all, we're all going to die. We're all going to be forgotten. Second of all, what we do here matters, and if you want to achieve great things or just do stuff that is worthy of the word achievement, you have to suffer pretty much. You have to have pain, because nothing in life comes easy. Nothing great comes easy. And when people say to me, I hear lately that, oh, life is about happiness, it's about love, you know, and everything like that. It's fine to think that way, but no, it's actually not fine, because you're living in an illusion. Like, pretty much, if you experience some sort of happiness, that's really good, that's awesome, but it's going to leave you. Like, it's not the same thing as meaning, which meaning comes from pain and putting in the work, putting in the sacrifices, and that meaning lasts a long time, because you build yourself, you achieve some skills while you're in that work, you sacrifice something, you become used to making hard decisions, and life kind of shapes you in that way. But happiness pretty much comes from pleasures, comes from, I don't know, going on vacation, eating that cake, or just, you know, any kind of pleasure pretty much. And pleasure is just short term. It doesn't have any lasting meaning. I mean, it's necessary to have some pleasures in your life, because, well, we're pleasure seeking creatures, but we're also meaning seeking creatures. Like, that is more above, and that's, of course, that's not on the surface. So people think that, oh, just I ate that pizza and now, oh, I need to chase that feeling, when in reality, of course, it's okay to eat that pizza once in a while, but, you know, that pizza represents those pleasures, and those pleasures are not everything in life. Like, so far from it. And I think that people who are watching this video, who've been putting in the work, who've been suffering, but suffering in a meaningful way, and kind of elevating their suffering towards that meaning, I think they can understand what I'm saying. Like, it's the history of humanity, all the religions, all the philosophies pretty much say that life is suffering. It's about just that pain, you know. For example, it would be easy and it would be simple and it would be really nice if we can just all agree on one thing, but we can't. this is life. Life requires this kind of conflict. You know, you talk about stuff with other people, and other people may not agree with your position. You may not agree with their position, and well, we have a conflict pretty much. Then, of course, that conflict doesn't mean it's toxic, but it's like everything in life you do, all of that pain, if you do it correctly, you get something great out of it. Like, for example, this, like recently I started working like for 2 months now for Cam, who is the founder of Game Quitters. Some of you guys probably know who he is, but he pretty much talks about video game addiction and how to fix it, how to moderate it or quit it. And for a few months now, I've been a writer on his YouTube channel, like co-writer. Like we both kind of work on the projects from the writing perspective. And so this opportunity came because I put in the work. Like I got a job there because I put in the work. Like for 3 or 4 years, I've been working on YouTube on the channel. You know, pretty much every single day I've been writing scripts. I've been building this skill, and boom, an opportunity came that Cam was looking for some people to hire, and I didn't even expect anything. I just shooted in him a message, and here I am. Now I'm working with him. I'm working with a guy that I followed for quite some time now, and who's really helped me in I didn't have a video game addiction in maybe when I was a teenager I had, but I didn't have a major video game addiction. But the advice he tells in his videos is not about only that, it's about just self-improvement. And of course, since I followed that idea, it was really nice to see some of his videos and kind of get inspired to kind of limit some of the gaming stuff or some other habits. So if you guys don't know him, definitely check him out. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, I wouldn't have gotten this job, I wouldn't be working on YouTube, I wouldn't do anything, I wouldn't have any skills if I just sat on my ass and played video games or just watched TV shows all the time. My last point pretty much about this suffering and pain in life is that it's necessary, you know? It's necessary to happen to you, because if it doesn't happen to you, if you don't voluntarily yourself try to get into that pain, if you live in comfort, you become soft, you know? You can't do anything. Like, I think that since I live in comfort a lot, well, I live in comfort in terms of the atmosphere, you know? I don't need to worry about going hungry, or I don't need to worry about not having a place to live. Pretty much in those terms, you know, I'm comfortable, and those have their own effects on it, some of them positive, some of them negative. But you know, I need to, for myself, from that comfort, I need to create discomfort in order to kind of get that pain and get that work in and put those sacrifices in so I can kind of improve, you know? So that's why I'm working on YouTube. That's why I'm working on my studies. That's why I'm working for Cam, you know? I do all of these things because, first of all, they're meaningful to me. And second of all, because they kind of carve me into a better human. That's why I do jiu-jitsu also. That's why I started going to the gym recently, to kind of just experience more of that discomfort. And you know, after you experience that discomfort for some time, you get that long-term satisfaction, that long-term meaning. So that's what I'm aiming for. And these things are necessary. Like, pretty much in life, you have two choices, you know? Either you're going to just sacrifice that instant gratification and choose the pain now in order to get some meaning out of it, or you just choose that instant gratification and then you also get pain but that pain is regret, you know, it's not meaning. So yeah, I think it's just necessary to achieve great things in life. You need to put in the work, you need to put in that pain, you know, not to put in the pain, but just endure the pain, learn how to endure the pain. Go, for example, right now it's really awesome because the winter is coming, and now I can go into cold lakes, which more content on that coming soon on my Instagram. But pretty much I can just learn to, as in stoicism, to put my mind above the body by just going in the water and suffering. You know, the body screams to go out and you just stay in there, because and that's how you carve yourself, you know. That's one aspect, the physical aspect, and many other aspects in life carve you like that. Just life itself carves you like that. But you have to become as strong as it is, as life. You have to become as strong as life, I believe, like that. Yeah. So just a quick message I wanted to throw in here. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and want more of these, please leave a comment down below and tell me your ideas or your problems that you want to solve. I would definitely want to kind of discuss them next Sunday. So yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more weekly self-improvement content. Thank you. I almost forgot. Remember, very relatable to this topic. Meaning is always above pleasures.